my first Olympics, and it's an absolutely wonderful place to swim in Olympic Games. It really is. Jacob Mills, a 16-year-old in 6. Solomon Williams of Millfield School, the fastest seed in this junior final of the men's 100 metres freestyle, but Nick Finch of Chelsea and Westminster in the blue hat in 3 having the best start.
Yeah, he's gone off really well here, and you can't afford to make any mistakes in this men's 100 freestyle because it is so competitive and the boys are so close at the finish. You want to be off well, you want to be down that first 50 well, and really tight and attack in this turn. Use that underwater work and it sets yourself up brilliantly. So these boys here, very, very close down the second 50 so far.
Well, Jacob Mills, I think he might be 15 actually, 15 years of age, and he's leading at the moment in lane number 6. And this is a really good swim. His turnover very fast indeed, but he seems to be holding decent water. I think he could maybe just stretch it out a little bit to go quicker, starting to tie up, but he could get this, you know. Goodness me, he's got it, 50.84. Henry Gray, fastest seed in 4. 4 lengths of the pool. 6 lifetime bests and 2 seasons best from these 8 athletes in the heats this morning. It was electric, really an electric set of heats. Up in lane number 7, Ruben Roboth and Keating of City of Manchester. Craddock's gone out very, very quickly indeed. This is the last of his 7 events at this championship. It's a brutal schedule, and he just keeps on swimming quickly.
Yeah, he's had one of those days. He had a very tough double, so he got in and he swam pretty well, I think, if not in and around his lifetime best in all of those swims.
Stefan Krawiak right at the top there of East Lothian swimming team, and he's started well. Now the big guys in the centre. It's funny, you always think maybe you get to the 100 and then go. The big guys seem to start going into the 100 metres turn, and if you wait for the turn, you get left behind. 3 and 4 quick. Harry Wynne-Jones of City of Milton Keynes and Henry Gray in lane 4. 3 and 4. Look at 3 start to go. Wynne-Jones.
Yeah, nothing splitting them at the turn, but Wynne-Jones there, nice off the wall, starting to pick up the leg kick pretty early in this third 50. So he's making his move now, trying to pull away from the rest of the field.
Well, this is an impressive early bolt. Whether it's gone too early or not, I'm not quite sure. Over first still is Harry Wynne-Jones of City of Milton Keynes by what, about a quarter of a second from the rest of the field, but they're having a go, and look up there again is Ruben Roboth and Keating of Manchester.
Yeah, these boys both breathing across the pool. Wynne-Jones there got a little bit of an advantage, might be able to see Ruben across there in the right.
So it's Ruben up in 7, Harry down in 3, and these 2 guys almost a body length clear the rest of the field, and it's going to be very tight indeed. I think Harry Wynne-Jones is going to get it in 3. He does. Harry Wynne-Jones, 1:51.40. Drive off like a coiled spring right there. It used to be that quite often your feet would just slip straight down the wall and you'd lie there like an absolute idiot. You felt so stupid. I've done that many times before, but now that ledge certainly helps. Very fast start in lane 6 is Dean Fern of Aberdeen Dolphins. Also quick in 3 is Jake Hutchinson of City of Leicester.
Yeah, both of those boys there using that wedge to propel them off the start and under the water phase. I think 14 metres it was from Dean Fern that he used underwater, and he is out first to the first 50.
Well, he's used another 11 metres or so off the turn as well, and it's making a big difference. And it looks really good from Dean Fern of Aberdeen. Maybe starting to come back now is Robert Burgess, the fastest seed in lane 4 with a lifetime best of 57.47. And it's these 2 guys in 4 and 6. In 4 it's Burgess, and 6 it's Fern. Coming back is lane 5 is Annis after his 200 fly. How is he doing that? First to finish. Swam 26.7 to qualify, new lifetime best for him. So 50 metres backstroke, the final of the junior men's 50 metres backstroke, and Charlie Meek right in the centre has had a good start, but possibly the best start is in lane number 6, that's Connor Cherrington of Millfield.
Yeah, both boys there using that 15 metres underwater. You've got that opportunity to use it in the sprint events. It's really important to do so.
The green hat of Connor Cherrington of Millfield going well in 6, and if you can spot the finish here, he has done. That's a great swim from him. 26.25. Well, he's just set a new... He's a big boy in 4, he really is. He's massive. I'm 6'4", and he's standing next to him. He's huge. Must be, I don't know, I'm going to guess 6'7", something like that. Really good stroke as well. He's breathing Well, he was breathing every stroke down that first 25, but now he's breathing every twos, which keeps him a little bit flatter. You like that twos, Amy, don't you? I know.
Yeah, I think for me it's so difficult on butterfly to stay nice and low. So unless you're really strong and you can breathe every one, you tend to climb up and down a little bit. So yeah, nice and low, nice and tight, round those turns, and 100 metres butterfly. You can't really let a lot go wrong.
Well, Ruben Roboth and Keating in lane number 4 in the blue hat in the closer to us of those two yellow lanes. One up from him is Finch in the other yellow lane, and these two guys leading. Roboth and Keating in 4, Finch in 5, Brodie Gordon Gibson of Warren de Baas in 6, and these three guys look like they're going to be right on the touch. Who's going to get the touch? So close. I think Roboth and Keating's got it. 54.8. Sprinted up the stairs, and she's back in position, and we'll be ready to go in a second. So the junior final of the men's 200 metres individual medley. Oscar Bilbao, closest to us, of Repton School in lane number 1. Vadim Bosk of Mount Kelly School in lane number 2. But the fastest seed is Ben Twynham of Deventio in lane number 4.
Yeah, lots of these boys we've seen swim several events this week, especially that 400 medley, the 200 breaststroke. So really interesting to see how these swimmers match up. But out really well there. Top of the screen in lane number 9 is Ruben Rothbone Keating from the City of Manchester.
Well, it is in lane number 9, Ruben Roboth and Keating, and that's quite interesting because there's only normally 8 swimmers per event, so in the finals, but there must have been a tie for that 8th position, so Ruben's got in the final as well. But no doubt about the leader at the halfway mark. And in lane number 7, gone off very fast indeed, is Adam Graham of Millfield School. So first at the halfway touch is Adam Graham. And Graham, very good flying back in that white hat up there in lane number 7. And 5 chasing him, it's Henry Gray.
Yeah, some lovely breaststrokes in the centre of the pool. Down in lane 2, Vadim Bosk there. Got really nice breaststroke technique, what you would call a traditional breaststroke technique. So quite long, really stretching and making a bit of ground on this breaststroke leg.
In lane number 2, Vadim Bosk, well, he had a very good breaststroke, didn't he? As did Bilbao in 1, and really good from Bosk in 2. Let's see what kind of a freestyle he's got, because the rest of the field will start charging. But in 2, Vadim Bosk looking good. Also in 7, it's Adam Graham of Millfield School, and these two schoolboys going very well indeed down this last 20 metres of the junior final of the men's 200 medley. Up there in 7, Adam Graham of Millfield. Down in 2, Vadim Bosk of Mount Kelly. Head to head, these two guys. Coming back in 5, it's Henry Gray of Chelsea. I think it just was in lane number